And if you want more proof that Islam is not a religion, if you need more proof, go to patriotradioshow.com. Right on the main page, scroll down a little bit, and you'll see the show. Islam is not a religion. Listen to that. I've taken all the commercials out of it. It's a clean 40-minute show. I will reveal things to you that you probably are totally unaware of. But there is nothing religious about a religion that kills you for leaving it, or that will behead you for for refusing to join it. That's not a religion by any definition. Malmo, Sweden. 36 bombs went off in this town in 2014. The Swedes are a minority in Malmo. And they've had 36 bombs go off this year alone. 3 bombs a month, and they're already mostly Muslim. They've recently blocked off the transportation tunnels to the subway, trying to keep the subway from being attacked from the Muslim regions. But 10 youths set fire to patrol cars a couple weeks ago, blocked the exits to the building so the police couldn't leave the building to stop them. In another attack, a police patrol was ambushed with Molotov cocktails, and they had to flee. In another incident, the local police station was damaged in an attack. And then most recently, a courthouse in Malmo was bombed, and you could hear the bomb 5 miles away. Yeah, that's the religion of peace, people. That's the religion of peace. Former IS Islamic State militants, I don't know how they declare themselves former, because if you leave, they will kill you, but before they got killed anyway. This story was revealed. The Islamic State came into a province and rounded up all the Iraqi soldiers. They arrested them in Tikrit. They took them away and executed them. One of the prisoners was brought to a place where they're going to execute them, and he saw a cousin of his, a cousin who was also his best friend. He went over to him, consoled him, and was trying to help him be saved. He was trying to talk one of the Islamic State soldiers into sparing this young man's life. The Islamic State handed him a gun and says, I won't kill him, you will. And if you don't kill him, I will kill you. So this man ended up shooting his friend and cousin, whom he was trying to save. And after he shot him, he collapsed beside him and held him and cried. At which time the Islamic State scumbag shot him as well. These are animals, my friends. These are animals. There's nothing human about them. In France, good news, on New Year's Day, the number of torched vehicles is down 12% over the year before. That's right, only 940 cars were torched, which is they called it a significant decrease over the 1,067 cars that were torched the year before. It's like 120 cars less. Wow. The car torchings began in about early 2000s, and it became it hit the peak sometime between 2005 and 2009. Just a ritual. It's New Year's. Let's burn as many cars as we can, because we're the religion of peace, and we want to show how peaceful we can be. So let's destroy everything about this country that we love so much we came to live here. Oh, man. Some 55,000 police officers and 38,000 firefighters were mobilized for New Year's Eve. Many of them right in Paris alone. Paris and, the Champs-Élysées. Anyway, just the money that people are dumping to defend property rather than just rounding up these low-life pieces of baby-raping animals. That's what they should just do. Just round them all up, send them back to the cave country, send them back to the desert, and then see how many nuclear bombs we can drop on the region, turn that whole area into glass. Okay, let's see. We got a couple more stories, but nothing short enough to do in the short time I have. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and stick with us. We do got lots to go over when we come back. We'll be right back.
Your voice, your opinions, heard round the world at www.kcaaradio.com. The station that leaves no listener behind, AM 1050 KCAA.
Tom O'Halloran, holding the line against tyranny from Washington, D.C.
I am America, one voice, united we stand. I am America, one hope to heal our land. There is still work that must be done. I will not rest until we've won. I am America.
Welcome back. This is Jihad-On-America, and I'm your host, Tom O'Halloran. And we're still at the holiday staffing levels in our chat room, so I'd like to thank the few people that are there. Ron Gulf Dogs on Twitter. He and his sidekick, Smokey from Texas. They do a great talk show. If you're looking for something to explore on a Sunday evening, go to patriotradioshow.com and click on the link on the top of the right-hand column. It says Radio Shows I Like. There's a whole list of great radio shows. Right at the top of the list, you'll see The Halls of Valhalla, BNR Radio, that's Brian and Ron, The Last Stand, Sunday at 8 p.m. An excellent, excellent show. They've always got good guests, a full chat room. There's usually 30, 40, 45 people in the chat room. Great conversation all the way around. Make sure you tune in and catch that one. You'll definitely be back again and again. Veronica, happy New Year to you, honey. That's wow, it's got to be a better year than last year, right? Veronica is my editor. I told you about what all she does for me at the top of the show. Tremendous gal. Also, a happy New Year to Joe, my board operator / producer. Joe, I appreciate you more than you know, and I hope that you and yours have a blessed 2015 as well. Okay, kicking this one off, we've got a man beats and then shoots his 10-year-old daughter. Oh, did I say man? No, this wasn't a man. This was a Muslim. Yeah, this was a Muslim. It wasn't a man. It was a Muslim, a Yemeni Muslim in Yemen. Now, mind you, folks, and I say this again and again, but in all seriousness, all Muslims are not terrorists, okay? I'm not saying that they are. But all Muslims are followers of Muhammad. And Muhammad was a goat-raping pedophile. So basically, all Muslims aren't necessarily terrorists until they are, but they are all followers of a goat-raping pedophile named Muhammad, okay? I'll say that again if you're taking notes. Of a goat-raping pedophile named Muhammad, okay? So this guy decides that his 10-year-old daughter is committing adultery. Wait a minute. Adultery? Isn't that having sex with another man? Yes, that's what he accused her of. He says, you're having sex with another man. Now, I think that implies he's raping his own daughter. He couldn't find somebody else's daughter or an ugly goat. He raped and then shot his own daughter for having sex with other men, like she'd be having sex with anybody. She's a child, unless she's being raped by a pervert like yourself. Maybe she's unhappy because of you. These people are just so sick. I mean, and I am not attacking Islam, okay? Don't even call in. The call-in number, I mean, if you want to call in, the call-in number is 888-909-1050. But don't call in and accuse me of attacking Islam, of insulting Islam. I am not insulting Islam. I am explaining it, okay? I am explaining it. It's not me that says it's okay to have sex with an infant. It's Islam. It's not me that says it's okay to kill your daughter if you think she's having sex with another man or your wife. It's Islam. And Islam is definitely not a religion. Folks, I encourage you, I implore you, go to patriotradioshow.com, watch the show, listen to the show. There's no video in this. It's only the third show I've ever done. So it's not as, I don't want to say polished as my shows are now, because I'm far from polished. But it was rough. It was only the third radio show I'd ever done. But it was an important show. That's why it was the third show. It was important. It was stuff I had to say, stuff I wanted to get out there as soon as I could. Islam is not a religion. Please listen to it. If you disagree with anything, listen to it and then call in and sure, I'll talk to you about it. Okay, let's see. Up next, we've got, we heard some nice stories in Nigeria about Muslims gathering around some churches and preventing violence. Muslims actually creating a human shield around Christian churches to protect the Christians while they prayed. What a touching story. Makes you want to tear up, doesn't it? It just tugs on the heartstrings. Except for the fact that it's just a blatant lie. This never happened. It was just something that they made up, that the Muslims made up, trying to make people feel that there's such a thing as interfaith talks. The only interfaith talks they have are convert Christian or I cut your head off. That's an interfaith communication. Convert, you scumbag Christian, or I cut your head off. So they made this up, and the media all wanted to show how wonderful Islam is. So the media ran with it. They just spread the word, and look at this great story. It's breaking. Muslims have changed their ways. They're reaching out to Christians. They're protecting them from their own. No, they're not. All Muslims are doing with Christians are killing them and cutting their heads off and then raping their children and then killing them. Or maybe they're killing the children and then raping them. I don't know. It doesn't make a difference to these guys because they're savages. Because they're savages. Coming up next. Islamic State has been filmed using our weaponry. They've recently released photographs showing the ISIS fighters using a U.S.-made BGM-71 anti-tank missile against elements of the U.S.-backed Free Syrian Army. So ISIS is now using our own weapons against us and against the people that we're officially backing, although we've backed ISIS as well since they've got all of our weapons. Billions of dollars of our weapons. So, yeah, the arms makers are making out like bandits on this. We make weapons. We leave them with the Afghanis and Iraqis. They run when ISIS comes to town, leaving all the weapons behind. ISIS picks up those weapons. So we just ship some more to the next group of people that we decide are going to defend against the first group of scumbags. A great time to be